Crystal's conversation piece. Come and talk to me. Conversation piece. Crystal's conversation piece. Come and talk to me. Conversation piece.
This will be the best day of your life. Thank you so much for tuning in to Crystal's Conversation Piece. I am yours truly, Crystal Murray, and I am excited to be here today to have a conversation with you once again. This is episode 5. Wow, how amazing is that? I want to talk to you today about self-care. This conversation and this topic actually has become a whole mood and a whole thing as of late. I would like to just share some tips and advice for many that seem to still struggle with how do I do this thing? How do I start? And how do I go about doing this? So I would like to just share a little bit about my personal journey that may actually help you to get started with your own journey. Honestly, self-care has become so vital and essential to me that it is literally nearly first nature for me at this point. I'm so adamant about it, making sure that I get in my self-care, my what I like to call pamper me time. I titled my self-care Pamper Me Time many years ago, just to remind myself that it is all about me, and it's me being selfish for a particular time in space. However, I am not a selfish person, and I want that to marinate with you, because many times people think, oh, I can't do self-care. I don't want to be seen or thought of as being selfish. And that is so far from the truth, because my position and my thought process on self-care is I'm only as good to myself and to others as I am making sure that my tank of energy and positivity and my vibe is full. So the opposite of that is, if my tank is empty, then I don't benefit from that, and no one around me benefits from that, especially as a woman. And women, we wear many, many hats, right? And men out there, you all wear a lot of hats as well. So I want to make sure that I acknowledge you as well. So with that being said, we all need to make sure that we are loving ourselves and taking time to replenish. Even the Bible says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. So that right there lets us know that it is okay that we take time out for ourselves. Now, many, many years ago, when my children were so small, they were yay high, and I felt so weird even considering the thought of taking a pause for the cause, if you will, and doing something that would just be for me, where I could just steal away from everything and everybody and do something that I like to do, something that I enjoy doing. So I literally started really small, because I too felt really weird and awkward being alone somewhere by myself. But now let me tell you, I take full vacations by myself, and I love it. So, going back to the beginning of my journey, I started out just simply going to a restaurant by myself with a book. And I would sit there and I would read and I would enjoy my meal. And then it escalated up to whole days. Like I would say, okay, I'm going off the grid this whole day. And I would just plan different activities for myself. Of course, taking in a good meal. I'm a foodie, right? And more to come on that because I love food. So I would take in a good meal, possibly a good movie. Sometimes I would go and watch, and even still, I would go and watch an animated movie. I would go watch a children's movie. Just simply because it gives my brain the break that it needs. Many times we actually need to give our brain a dessert, a cookie, a cake, a slice of cake, a slice of pie, if you will. This is something, it's like just giving yourself a brain reward for working so hard day in and day out. It's all for love. It's all for love. And so we just want to say, sometimes we just need to give our brain a cookie. It's so fantastic to think of it that way. So, with that being said, an animated movie was my cookie for my brain, if you will. And so I would just sit there and think about nothing and just watch this wonderful little comedy and just enjoy it. And then it began to escalate to overnight stays at a local hotel where, like, a secluded area where, not many people would be able to recognize me or things of that nature. Not saying that I'm so well known. However, I just wanted to just be crystal for a moment, if you can understand that. And so I wanted to just let my hair down and just be myself for a moment in time and in space. And so then it escalated to entire weekends. And so I would plan that weekend out. Many times I would say, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to dress up during that weekend and take myself out to dinner and all these kinds of things, where the reality is sometimes I would be so fatigued and didn't realize how fatigued I was because I was just going, right? So, and I know many of you out there can relate to this. So that when you actually get to the hotel, it's like you finally are able to exhale. You have been waiting to exhale and you didn't know you were waiting to exhale. So that first evening, I would always just order food in. That is my ritual. That is my tradition, to just order food in that first night. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in this hotel room and I'm just going to relax, relate, and release, okay? Totally just hide away and steal away, catch my breath while taking a pause and loving on myself. So the next day, I normally would get some breakfast. And then if I felt like it, I do not leave that hotel until it's time to check out. Like I would just figure it out. I would just keep ordering food in the whole weekend. And you talk about, that's having a whole blast. That's how you know you're really an adult, when you can just have a blast by yourself in a hotel and don't ever even leave out for anything. So, but there are times when I would leave out, go get a massage. I would schedule a massage, or I would schedule to go to the cider mill, or whatever I felt like I wanted to do. Possibly visit the aquarium that was nearby, and there's a whole plethora of activities that you can enjoy while on your self-care time. So there are times when I would just literally just sleep. Just sleep the day away. And it's your prerogative, right? You're on your self-care time. This is your time that you've blocked out from the whole entire world and everyone in your life. And this is your time to just unwind and replenish and restore and just regroup. So guess what? When you actually check out of your hotel or your Airbnb or whatever you so choose, I'm telling you, it's like you have a whole new lease on life. You have a whole new mindset. And so then when you go back into the regular day to day, you go back in refreshed and renewed, and it's so beautiful. Everyone around you can see that you are revived and you're ready to get back in to what your day-to-day responsibilities are. I promise you, it is so well worth it. It is such a beautiful experience, and it's just like working out and working your muscles out in the gym. The more you do it, the stronger you get, the more comfortable you get with this whole entire process. I promise you, it will be all worth it because it's for you. And it's only for you. And there's no need to apologize. There's no need to feel guilty at all, because you work hard and you deserve this beautiful treatment for yourself. And it's all about you, and it is so beautiful. Listen, thank you for tuning in one more time. I will see you next week. Remember, stay light so you can fly. See you next time.